And what's up? So, gonna wait for people if there's gonna be some of you coming online in this late hour. It's almost 7:45 in Croatia. So, let's see if anyone will come out on a live stream on this small channel that I haven't planned. This is just a random Q&A. Okay, we got one person. So, Q&A, anything regarding cars, you know, Corona, whatever. So, 6 people. So shoot with the questions. This is just a Q&A. Can be cars, can be something else. Hi. Holistic. Hi. So where are you from, man? Or if you're a girl, lady. So, well, update on the channel. So I've filmed videos before the lockdowns, and I've used all of them up till now. 2 days ago, I public released the last video, and the car salons have opened this week, but I'm still not in the capital city where I live. I'm on the coast, so I'll be going in 2 weeks back and continue filming on new car reviews from Israel. Hi, Israel. So, Mohammed Buen. Hi. Where are you from, Mohammed? It's really interesting when you pop up from different countries because I know a lot of you are watching from all over the world channels, and I'm translating the video titles and the description to at least like 40 languages or a little bit more because I want to reach more audience, and I know a lot of you are gonna click because you see the channel, and then you can always read the description in the video of the car information, like the technical specification on your own language, so it helps a little bit to get more information. Hi, what do you think about the new Volkswagen Atlas Sport? Honestly, well, that's the SUV from Volkswagen that is limited to, if I'm not mistaken, North American market. So we don't have it here in Europe because I'm from Europe. I mean, I live in Croatia. You're from Texas, so hi, Texas, then. So I'm not an American citizen. I'm a Croatian. I only know American English. Good. No, it's not perfect, but the Volkswagen Atlas or whatever you pronounce it, it's what I've heard, a car that had problems. Hi, Slovakia. So, close neighbor, let's say. You're gonna come here for in Croatia for this summer? I hope so. So, yeah, the Atlas, what I've heard, had issues like some probably standard stuff that happens if the car gets, like, let's call it child disease as a metaphor. When the car is early, just had a lot of problems, and the customers were not happy. So that's all I know about that car. There was a question here, so let me just see. So I missed a comment, and honestly, how am I? Well, I'm doing fine. I can't complain. Although the YouTube is, going. When it comes to making money on YouTube, it's that's not a topic I really talk about a lot. But the CPM, that's the how much cents you get per 1,000 views. It's pretty much down. You would think more people are watching now, you would make more money, but it's the opposite because less advertisers are paying ads. So it means that I'm making less money, and now it's at this point it's a lot less. But I'm going to continue. No worries. I'm going to continue with the channel. I got my savings, personal savings, and I love this job. I'm not going to quit this job. So, okay, I think I found here your messages. So I'm just scrolling back to the questions I saw. Hello from Spain. What do you think about the new Octavia A7 rest as first car? I didn't quite get that, but hello Spain. What I think about the Octavia A7. Honestly confused with this A7. I forgot the code names for the Octavia. If you're referring to the new generation, um, I like the new generation. I like the two-spoke steering wheel, and uh, the design-wise exterior is not 100% my taste, but I like it. I like the hatch, maybe more. It's just personal taste, but I was even thinking of buying the new Octavia, but then I'm pretty satisfied with my own, and that's a big financial step for me, so I really don't need a new car. At least I'm fine with my Octavia 3. If you're typing in a Cyrillic, I don't know Cyrillic, honestly. It's just Google translation, so if you can type it in a Latinic, I'd be happy to answer it. Bless Octavia, without doubt front light, the car will be my first without double light. Yeah, the Octavia 3 that I have, my own car, that's a design I love. I liked the second generation and the facelift more, but the third generation, not the facelift, the one that's original, the connected light, let's call it like that, is the one I love. I really love my car. I bought the 1.6 TDI because I was before a not so much experienced driver, so I wanted more equipment inside for the comfort, and that's something I regret. I wish I had a 2.0, but I'm really happy with that car, and it's hard to replace it, to be honest. I'd like to buy a Tesla one day, but that's still beyond my financial power, so maybe in the future that's the car I will be getting, but for now I'm keeping my car. So let me check back to the messages. Hvala. Okay, molim. So if you're from Serbia or Macedonia or not sure if Bulgaria uses Cyrillic, just write in Latin or in English, or you can write in Serbian, Latinic. I'm gonna answer. It's no problem. So yeah, I think I've answered all the questions. There's like 10 people, so I mean, I didn't expect a lot of people to come and join since I didn't announce this. Which is my favorite car? What currently it's like the dream car that I would like is the Tesla Model 3 dual motor long range. All the cars that I've tested many cars, not all the cars, but so far the cars that I've tested, I love the Tesla and all the gadgets inside. But I also like, there's one review. I usually don't review new cars. I did review maybe one or two, and I'm thinking of reviewing another used car for you guys. But I reviewed my friend's Lexus ISF, and that car has something around a little more than 400 horsepower, and that car was naturally aspirated, a petrol car, and it is sick. That I had the smile on my face all the time driving that car. So I was even thinking of buying that car from him, but I'm not really sure that's a good idea because that car is a money pit, because it eats 20 liters of gasoline in a week if you're driving it a little faster. I had to be fueling that car. Although the gas prices are, gasoline, petrol, whatever you call it, are pretty low at this moment because of the crisis. But as soon as they go up, it's going to be too expensive to finance that car. But so I want to hear your opinions. I was thinking of reviewing a Audi A3. Save the money for Tesla. I will. So I was thinking of reviewing a Audi A3. My cousin bought a 2014 Audi A3. So it's a 2.0 TDI. Inside, it's not an S line, but inside it's sports seats, Alcantara. It's in almost perfect condition. But the exterior was very badly scratched, but the car went to polishing and got ceramic coating, and the car looked amazing after the car was saved. So it's 2.0 TDI with 150 horsepower, 6-speed manual. So I was thinking of reviewing that car just for fun, but I'd like to hear your opinion. Would you like to see that or not? So I usually don't review new cars because there's just not as much interest for new cars as for, I mean, excuse me, for the used cars as there is for the new cars that, you know, everyone wants to see, and people are buying more. So I'd like to hear, what cars are you driving? What are your favorite cars? So type it in, all six of you watching now. So what are your favorite cars, or what car are you driving? And oh yeah, question: diesel or petrol? So I'm a diesel guy, honestly. I don't know, because for me it's always financially, like, I want to have car that doesn't uh, burn my pocket. You know, that is, you know, affordable to drive, but you know, it's, you know, daily driver. It's not a performance car. If I had a performance car and ability to afford one, probably I would think of something else. Golf 8 or Audi A3 Sportback. If you're referring to the new Sportback, honestly, I haven't seen the car in flesh. So I was supposed to go to the Geneva, but it got canceled, and I didn't see the car. And it's supposed to arrive in May, in Croatia. Actually, yeah, in May, the hatchback. So personally, I think I like the A3 design more, especially the sedan that just got released. But interior, I know, I don't know. Audi is always more quality car, and I'd probably go with an Audi, honestly. I like Golf. I know I made that video, 25 things I dislike. It's just things I think could have been made better. But I love the new Golf. I didn't like it, honestly. When I saw the renders, I was so disappointed at the design. But when I saw it in flesh, and after a little time passed, I loved it. The car is really comfortable. It's fast. It has German quality, but there's some design interior stuff mostly that I wish that was done differently. But that's just my opinion. But I think it's a great car. The new Golf 8 is an excellent car. Although I can't say that I can justify the price, honestly, because the cars are getting more and more expensive. They're more being built in factories by robots, less by people. They're using cheaper materials inside, and the prices should be going down, not up. So, I mean, I think they're sometimes overreacting to the new prices. Skoda Superb 2.0, 2019 2.0 TSI. Oh, that's a nice car. Um, I love the Superb. I've tested one. It was excellent on the road, four-wheel drive. In which town do I live? I live in Croatia's capital city, Zagreb. I'm currently now in Zadar, which is a city on the coast. It's one of the oldest Roman settlements here on the coast. If you don't know where Croatia is, you know, just look it up. It's next to the Italy, across the sea on the east side of the Adriatic Sea. I drive a Volkswagen Touran from 2017, which is the 1.4 TSI. I had a Skoda Fabia 3 1.2 TSI before. I would like to have a new A6. I tested the new A6. It was amazing car. I love that car. Honestly, if I was buying a IC, internal combustion engine car, I would probably go for an Audi. I love the Mercedes Benz. Not a huge fan of the BMW at the moment, but honestly, it's just the at least expensive premium brand that you can afford. That's the Audi. So I would go with the Audi if not Tesla, you know. Okay, so someone is asking in either Croatian, Serbian, or, you know, Bosnian. He says, I'm 20 years old. Does it worth buying a Golf 8 or something else as a recommendation? Well, if you're young and you have 20 years, if you can afford a Golf, there's a small chance you can afford it with your own money. So if your parents are buying you a car, I would advise you to how to put this and not offend someone. I'm gonna talk from my experience. When I was buying a car, I preferred buying a used new car, which is a lot safer, more less fuel consumption and all of that new technology. But also, I didn't want a more premium car that's more used and older. So I would go with a newer car, but if money is not an issue. But when it comes to strength and the engine power, if you're young, you really need to be cautious and responsible on the road. That means no drinking, no fast driving, responsibility. But Golf 8 is an excellent car. It really depends on your taste, what do you want. There's other cars. I love the new Mazda 3 hatchback, but for me, as a tall person, I like space in the car, so that's the only thing that I think Mazda 3 lacks. But Audi A3 is also a great choice. That would be my choice. I would recommend the new A3 if you're looking for Volkswagen Group cars, German cars. Okay, I'm gonna come back to the other questions by the order. Maybe when the price is dropping. Not sure if you're referring to the Tesla. This is uh, worth buying a Golf 7 TDI Rabbit equipment. Honestly, I know about the Rabbit equipment, but I think it's like something like a base equipment with some extras. So it really depends what do you like. If you like the equipment, yeah, go for it. I mean, it's all about you. What do you like? It's your car. You're buying the car. Okay, I'm not sure why my phone went dark. Just a moment. Yeah, it's on automatic, so now I could read the questions. But yeah, I would go for it. Golf 7 is an excellent car. If you the design is excellent. Diesel is economic. If you live in country where diesel is cheaper fuel, like in Croatia, go for it. Can you test the Mercedes-Benz GLS 400D? Greetings from Slovenia. Hi, Slovenia. So Mercedes-Benz. Wait a minute. GLS. Well, here's the thing with the Mercedes. In Croatia, there's one dealer which I started working with, but they were really not looking. They're not rushing to give me cars. They were like, get a car if we have it. But then I started working with another dealer. But the problem with those expensive cars, more expensive Mercedes Benz, like higher models, more expensive models, they are really rarely registered because all the sports cars that I would love to review, like the Golf GTI, the Mercedes AMG cars, but in Croatia, those cars are only bought when they're ordered and they usually never get to be a test car, except maybe Porsche gets some. And I worked with a Porsche once, but well, I'm gonna tell you this. So I was driving, and I usually don't speed, especially in the city. Besides, if I'm in a short tunnel, I'm gonna speed up and let go of my throttle and slow down. But someone saw my car. I mean, me driving probably in the tunnel or over the bridge a little faster, and they've called Porsche, and they know I had a car on a test, and then they've complained that I was speeding, and I didn't want to debate with them. I just said, okay, I was wrong. I made a mistake. But they've said they would contact me again, give me cars for reviews, but I didn't call them either. So I was thinking, but then again, it was the Porsche Macan, and just I don't feel like I want to rush or kiss someone ass, excuse me for the language, to get cars. I want my reputation, my good car reviews, people to call me. So I had that. I was with Volkswagen and some other car brands, with Skoda, with Audi. They love my reviews. They're getting views. They're getting good recommendations, and they give me cars. They love what I do. So, but if someone doesn't want to collaborate with me, I'm not gonna beg them or ask them to do that. So if Porsche wants to do that later, or anyone else, they're gonna ask me. So, and then I'm gonna come. I'm going to offer myself once, but I'm not gonna beg them or something like that. Anyway, back to the topic. Back to your questions. Um, so, but just the point to the Mercedes-Benz GLS, I would love to review that car, of course. There's an S-Class that I've thought of reviewing, and they've mentioned they would give it to me, but I just hold your past. And now when it's warm and it's nice weather, I had plans because mostly I go to the car shows. That's the most the easiest way. That's the most reliable thing that I can make money to finance this channel. All these car reviews, sometimes they make great views and they, make me some money so I can afford to live and continue doing car reviews, but sometimes it's just not enough. So I need to go to the car shows. Peugeot or Golf? Peugeot. So, well, my parents own a 206, but SV. I love Peugeot cars. Also wanted to review them. I did reach out to one salon, but they didn't want to do the collaboration. But I like the new Peugeot cars and the new Renault cars, and I was asking Renault cars, but it just stopped because of all of this. But honestly, when it comes to the French technologies, I prefer the German technology. That's just me. Might be mentality stuff. So I agree. Before I have Fabia, now I have a superb step by step. Yeah, it needs to be step by step, like everything in life. Uh, and patience, of course, and work hard. Golf 8, 1.2 TSI, 130 horsepower manual. That's a nice car for a city drive. Thank you on your answer. Why you don't speak on Croatian? Well, there's just a lot of people from other countries, so znam pričat hrvatski, naravno, i pričam hrvatski nekada, ali uglavnom radi ostalih pričam na engleskom. So I speak mostly English because of the other people that are just don't know Croatian. Which of these brands do you like the most? Audi, Mercedes, Benz, BMW? For me, Audi. Well, honestly, it's like between Audi and Mercedes at the moment. It's not that I don't like BMW. I loved BMW before, but just my taste in BMW, new BMWs has changed. I prefer the old generations, design-wise. And in here in Croatia, there's only one dealer that I've asked before, and their marketing wanted to do collaboration with me, but they're like the owner, the CEO of the board said no for some reason. He's an old school guy and he just thought that there's no reason to review cars on YouTube. So it never continued from that spot. I wanted to come reach again. We have more subscribers but no, they said no. And I was the person that first uh, filmed a video of the new BMW X7 on internet. So believe it or not, that video had a lot of views. Um, but I love Mercedes. Mercedes is a high quality cars, but when it comes to price, also I think Audi is also great quality, but the most affordable one. And when it comes to maintenance as well, would you prefer Mazda 3 or the CX-30, and why? Well, those cars are almost identical, and it really comes to matter of your taste. I think on my test, the Mazda 3 had better fuel consumption than the CX-30, but basically those cars are almost identical. Some people like SUVs; they're taller, easier to step in, step out, and feel safer, have better overview. But then again, Mazda 3 just looks, especially the hatch, more sexier. Although I also love the sedan. I like the front bumper. It looks better in my opinion. The sedan version. So let me see here. I mean, thank you all for the questions. I love this. There's 14 of you, but I love your questions. So that this makes some sense that I'm not talking only two persons. What do you think about the new Seat Leon? Honestly, I think I can't wait to see the car in person because the Seat, the design is, I love their design. It's sharp, it's edgy, that's something I love. But the interior, it's Volkswagen technology, but feels really cheap, like plastic inside, and that's why I'm not a fan of Seat. But the new one looks really promising. I love the design, although some edges on the back lights I dislike, but I need to see the car in person. I mean, coming back to the questions here, just a moment. So, thank you for all your videos, the best quality point of view videos. Thank you, I appreciate it. I really give my best at their 4K quality. I started with 4K quality early when most people only filmed HD, and I've upgraded my GoPro cameras so I can keep up with the quality. Now I need to upgrade my computer because I can only support 30 frames per second in 4K. I'd like to upgrade to 60, but at the moment, yeah. And I really try best. And I think my point of view is I've seen a lot of other point of view videos, but they're really like from top, and it looks a little bit unnatural when it comes to. I show the setup on some of my videos. If you're not following me, follow my Instagram. It's the same, my name and last name. So sometimes I upload stuff over there. If you haven't seen my Instagram, okay, come back to the questions. Opinion about the Opel Astra K 1.4 150 horsepower Astra K, Opel Astra K. Honestly, I know Opel Astra, but I'm not really familiar with the names of all the generations. But if it's 150 horsepower, that's a great car. I wish my car had 150 horsepower now. I enjoy more horsepowers now, but I'm more experienced driver. But my car has only 105. Do you know some car which you will choose when you have just a second? Do you know some car which you will choose when you have 20 years? When you have 20 years? Well, I have 31 years. Actually, in 6 days, I'm going to have a birthday, turning 32. So I'm at 20 years. Honestly, when I had 20 years and I got my driver's license, I wish I just got any car that's safe to drive. That's not some dangerous junk car, honestly. And I would be happy to have any car. So if I would recommend a car, I mean it's always a matter of tastes. But I think any car from like 2004 or 5 is not too old car. If it's a good condition, it was being maintained. It's a good car even today to drive. Like my girlfriend now has a older Toyota Corolla, and it's an excellent car. To be honest, she's still a beginner driver, but we go around, and I love that car. Honestly, didn't know too much about Toyota cars, but I love Toyota cars. To be honest, let me see here more questions. But also, if you're 20-year-old, just don't have too big expectations. It takes time, step by step, again, to get something that you dream of. Which would you buy, a new Seat Leon or the Golf 8? Um, Again, I haven't seen the Seat Leon in flesh, but currently Golf 8. But I might change my mind when I see this new Leon. Lion. Is it the Lion? Leon. Yeah. Balkan Autotop NL. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. Well, honestly, I didn't discover Autotop NL until a few years later when I started making point of view videos. I saw point of view videos from one of the channels that was small when I've discovered it. So that's the channel. It's called Out of Vlog. So I'm not sure if you've seen that channel. It's a Swedish guy from US, but he started a small channel just like me, and he showed how much money you can make, and that's the time when I decided I'm gonna try doing YouTube as a job, as a serious, because before that was just a hobby of mine. But yeah, I kind of lost the thought where I was going with that answer. Let me see here. Hey, bro. So, hey, Tibor. Well, long first username. So, really tried the new Seat Leon. Well, I haven't reviewed too many Seat cars. I filmed them in salons, usually and on car shows. But I would love to review one. Yes, I'm gonna try that. To be honest, but yeah, out to top NL. I saw their videos later. I saw my brother watching their Autobahn top speed videos, and that's how I discovered them and figured out that I was doing almost the same thing. But in Croatia, see, in the Croatia, we have a 130 speed limit on the autoway, motorway, highway, whatever you call it. And there's a tolerance, 10% to the speed limit and to the speedometer not being always 100% correct. So I usually drive up to 150, rarely 160 in my videos. But yeah, it'd be cool if I can drive 200 or see the, car's limit. It's only legal in Germany, unfortunately. I wish everyone had those laws, but unfortunately, there's a lack of driving bon ton. How is the correct? It's like education or on the road. Do you have any info about the Volkswagen ID3 Sat Elborn? Will you be testing EVs? I've tested the few electric cars. The reviews I made is a Tesla Model 3. I filmed like my early video with a lot of ums and ahs. Where it was awkward for me to film cars. The Volkswagen Golf, but like a really short drive. I've driven the Kia Stonic, I think, which is probably far the best car, Kia and the Hyundai, when it comes to electric cars. And I asked about the new Kona, but they didn't have the car registered as a test car. I did get a ride in one, and I'd love to review electric cars, but just with the electric cars, it's a thing that mostly people don't watch those videos. And I filmed the new Volkswagen ID3. It's supposed to come this summer on sale. I think the car looks a little bit like a minivan. Inside, it's a little bit plastic for my taste, but it has a lot of room and a lot of cool new features inside, just like the new Golf, even some extra features. And what I've heard from Volkswagen here in Croatia, that the entry price is supposed to be, at least in Croatia, 25,000 euros, which is insane for an electric car, at least the entry model. And excuse me. Yeah, it's coming this summer. At least it's supposed to. I'm not sure if it's going to get postponed by this Corona thing, but I'd love to do a review, and I'm hoping I will get one. But I've filmed the Seat Elborn. Honestly, it looks way better, the design. And I filmed the interior as well. You can check that out on my channel. There's a video, because I filmed it in Frankfurt. And the car wasn't finished, but it's basically based on the same thing. Okay, I got a news for you. So the Skoda is planning an SUV electric, and I've already posted it on my Instagram. They're planning Superb Sport line, which they were hiding really well, but I found out that from someone I cannot tell. So that's the new Superb RS. Yeah, the Superb RS is the secret that Skoda was hiding. It's supposed to be on Geneva revealed, but it wasn't, as it got didn't get revealed. So okay, we're half an hour in live stream. I'm not sure if I'm on my Wi-Fi. Just a second, or can't see now, or if it's on my internet. So if it drops, if it gets canceled, I might have spent my data. I drive a 2019 Skoda Scala. I love the Scala design in space, but I prefer the Octavia. It's a little bit more quality, but it's still a great car. Great car. Loved it. I wish they've made the Scala RS. The initial design, the Vision RS was called. I love that car. I wish that concept car became a real car. What do you think about the Skoda Superb 1.2 SI, 110 kilowatt watts, I guess, Zoom, 150 horsepower, 1.4 TSI? I haven't tested one, because here in Croatia you rarely get petrol cars as test cars. It's usually diesels, but I love the Skoda Superb. It's a great car, spacious car, and if you love petrol power, that's all great. I love that. I watched the Autoblog. Do you know do you know that channel? Autoblog. Honestly, no. I know the Auto Vlog with a V. Maybe you're referring to that. But I was mentioning that. But I'm gonna see the Autoblog. I haven't seen this channel. Any comments on electric Peugeot 208 against Opel Corsa? I think I prefer the Peugeot 208. Beautiful design, especially the new lights. Hate the halogen bulbs still, but the design is really sexy. In the interior with the 3D cockpit, it's cool, and the like keyboards on the panel with the shortcut buttons and all of that. Opel Corsa, I like the design, but I don't know. It's an improvement. It's a step forward, but I don't know. Kind of feels Peugeot feels a little bit better. In Netherlands is the speed limit 100 kilometers. Here in Belgium, it's 100 kilometers. Well, yeah, that sucks. That's like in the United States. And I'm gonna tell you this: I was in the United States visiting some family, relatives, cousins, and 60 miles, to be exact, 62 miles per hour is 100 kilometers per hour, and that speed is for me ridiculously slow. And those people are really bad drivers. I'm not generalizing, just saying that's what American people told me. There that they just they drive slowly. They're afraid to drive faster, but also it comes a problem. United States have a big problem not renewing their infrastructure. So their roads are locally, financed, and then it's sometimes they're really bad. There's huge potholes. There's debris. Imagine you're driving. This happened to me. I was driving in my lane. There was like four lanes, and all of a sudden in my lane, there's a half, like torn in half. You tore a tire on half, and put that half on, like it sits like a half moon on the road. It's a truck tire, half truck tire on my lane, and I spotted it and I avoided it. But if I was texting or checking my radio, I would hit that tire, smash my car, and had a car accident. So it's crazy. In Croatia, we have a winter service that goes constantly on the road and cleans any debris on the highway. So yeah, um, that's crazy. So that's why they have really slow speed limits. Some states have faster, but it's mostly slow. I prefer people to be more, better drivers, confident drivers to drive faster. Um, Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. But, responsibly, of course, not speeding like a maniac. What are you thinking about the Suzuki Swift 2014 1.2 petrol? Suzuki Swift, it's a nice car. I haven't tested one, honestly, um, so I assume it's a new car, has a good consumption in it. I like the design of the car, but I've discovered recently that the Suzuki's quite a good brand. And Suzuki Vitara, or that's Croatian. I don't know not sure how to pronounce it. Maybe correctly in English. It's a very popular car here. It's cheap, but it's a popular car here. Is there coming a Scala RS? As far as I know, unfortunately, no. Um, did you get a chance to test the Volkswagen app on the new Golf 8? Nope. If there's an app for a mobile phone, I haven't done that. I had car for a 24-hour test, so I didn't have the time to do that. But the Apple CarPlay works wirelessly, and that's probably all I need. What do you drive? I drive the Skoda Octavia 3. It's the 2014 model, a late 2013. It's a 1.6 TDI with a 7-speed DSG. Um, I bought it used from France, but it was resold in Germany when I got it. Um, I would walk to the car, but I need to get to the street, so it's kind of awkward. Some neighbors, I'm gonna be like looking, what is this guy doing? Why is he talking to himself on the phone? Just kidding, but it used to be like that when I was filming car reviews and stuff before. Now people are probably mostly used to, they've quickly realized what's happening. So here in Belgium, the speed limit is 120 kilometers, but later speed limit goes to 100. Yeah, that sucks. Why do you prefer Audi, BMW, Mercedes, and why? That question was already asked, but I'm going to repeat again shortly. I prefer the Audi, Mercedes, and then BMW. BMW is in the last place because personally the design, my taste into design is not that. I prefer the older generations, and I can't get BMWs for review in Croatia here at the moment. And Audi, well, it's more affordable and to maintain and buy than the Mercedes, probably. And I think I prefer some, things. And Audi, also love the Mercedes. Those are my two probably favorite car brands when it comes to German cars, Audi and Mercedes Benz. And let me see. I think I've answered all of your questions. This video is 40 minutes long almost, so I want to thank you all for joining. Thank you all for the support, for your questions, for watching my channel. Always every like, every comment, algorithm prefers those things. So, if I appreciate all of your likes, your comments in my videos, and every sharing. So thank you for watching this channel. I'm hoping my plans for the channel is to grow, of course, and to buy maybe one day something like a sports car. Nothing too expensive, maybe one day. I'm being modest here, but I like this channel to go. Of course, to my goal is to get 100,000 subscribers, get that YouTube reward play button, and then continue to 1 million subscribers, hopefully. Because reason why I never started doing my channel on Croatian is because of the ad revenue is better on some other countries like US. And I wanted to do it in English because I know how to talk good English and to reach more audience. I wanted to become a worldwide automotive YouTuber. And when I started, it was in 2015, and the only car reviewer I knew was Doug DeMuro. Probably heard of him, with the quirks and features. He was at the very beginning. He had a few hundred subscribers when I discovered him, and it was pre-amateur then. But then he got more, let's say, professional with the camera gear, and he pretty much simplified that reviews, and it's still the same format of car reviews. But back then there was no car reviewers. I started my channel, and it was really hard to get recognized because just from a small country, and it takes time. So I'm here where I am, 44,000 subscribers, but doesn't matter. I keep going. So step by step. And there are a few just messages before I sign out. What cars do you want to drive? I I'd like to test some sports cars. Nothing crazy, but I'd like to test a Golf GTI. I've actually never tested one, or a little bit more of a performance car now where I'm more experienced driver. But yeah, I'd also love to test maybe some of the performance exotic cars, but I'm really personally not that much into like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and stuff like that. I'm being modest here because I'd like to, but at the moment, like that's not my goal. It's not my dream or anything at the moment. I'm into electric cars, not because of the environment thing. Just I love electric cars, the way they feel, the acceleration. It's just Tesla Model 3 is my dream car at the moment. Um, Later, man. Bye, bye. So thank you. Nice job. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Uh, Road to the 50K. Yeah, gonna get there soon. So thank you all for watching. Thank you. I'm gonna sign out here. It's already night behind me. So stay safe at home, of course. I wish you all the best. Stay safe on the road as well. Be responsible. And yeah, are you going to visit Rimac? I visited Rimac, even filmed a few times, but I was a small channel. They really didn't want to do anything, and maybe in the future. I know Mate personally, but we don't hang out. I mean, I know him, he knows me, but he's a businessman, so he doesn't have a lot of time. I hope you'll test the Golf 8 GTE when it arrives, probably in autumn. I hope so as well, if there will be a chance. When this channel grows, I'm sure there's be more doors open, more car reviews. I was even thinking of going to Germany and ask there to get some car reviews, because I'm getting a lot of views. I would get them some marketing, and I would have Autobahn and some better cars to reviews, because there's a bigger market, so they register higher sports cars and stuff we don't get here in Croatia. Okay, signing out. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye. And